Hey everybody, this is Wendy Kim of Your Dream Realized Coaching, and I am excited to be with you on day 7 of the Survive to Thrive Challenge. And what this is I'm doing 20 days of videos and I'm giving little tips on how to take yourself from survival, scarcity mode, just trying to get through the day, just paying the bills, just trying to pay the bills. And hi, Flavia, darling. It's good to see you. And going to thriving mode. So I'm giving little tips here. And the thing I want to ask you is, what would it look like if you had more time? And as you know, hey, yay, 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 Flavia. Yeah, what would your life look like if you had more time? What would you do with that time? And I did in October, and since then I've been doing a lot of vision calls with people. And so I have them create the vision for their life, and everyone has like a bold, beautiful dream for their life where they want to contribute to the world. And then the second question I always ask is, what is getting in the way from you having that life, making the contribution you want to make? And one of the main things that comes up is, I don't have time. I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, and I don't have time. And that makes me super sad when I hear that. To think that you could have this amazing dream. I mean, people want to start amazing businesses, people want to start nonprofits, rehab centers. They want to do these amazing things with their life, but they don't feel like they have time. So I'm really committed to changing that story. And I've been there. I've totally been there at times. And so the tip that I want to give you today is a tip on how you can create more time. Does that sound good? And yeah, who wouldn't want more time, right? So for me, it really comes down to a schedule. And I don't know about you, but in the past, I hated scheduling. I really had this story about scheduling that was not empowering. And my story, and I think a lot of people's story about scheduling is that, oh, well, I just want to be free and I want to be spontaneous so I can do whatever I want whenever I want. And hey, Simon, thanks for your likes. Yeah, so they feel like having a schedule somehow ties them down. But actually, what ends up happening is if you don't schedule what's important to you, then you start to get into this thing of like, okay, well, when am I going to do that? When am I going to spend time with my spouse? When am I going to spend time with my kids? When am I going to call that person? When am I going to work on that project? And if you don't have it, when am I going to work out? If you don't have that scheduled, then you've got this running in the background and you're not present. And you're just like, I have no idea when I'm going to exercise. I have no idea when I'm going to do this work. I have no idea when I'm going to spend time with my kids. And then you're stressed and you can never be present. So even if you're spending time with your kids, you're not present. Even if you're spending time working on something, you're not present. So you're ineffective. And so what my request for you for the challenge would be to start with the big things. So start with the big rocks. I don't know if you've heard of this, but if you have like a pitcher and you have big rocks and you have smaller rocks and you have sand, you don't put the small rocks and the sand in first because you can't get the big rocks in. So you have to put the big rocks in your schedule first in order to get everything in. So my question for you is, what are the big rocks for you? I know the big rocks for me are my spouse, my kids, self-care, exercise, my health, my business, my friendships. And so I actually schedule those times in. So what's something that's important to you where you feel like you haven't been putting the time in, or spending the time that you would like? Maybe it's like, we have date times with my kids. I have date times with my husband. I have workout times in. So what is one thing that you haven't been getting to because you haven't had enough time that you could put into your schedule? And I'm not saying that just putting it into your schedule is going to solve everything, but it's a start. And I'm going to be talking more the rest of the days about how to get more time in your life. And so if you want more time in your life, if you want to feel empowered in your finances, if you want to get through your day and feel like, wow, this was a great day, versus exercise, yes, Simon, when are you thinking you'll do that in your schedule? And obviously you got to be realistic too, right? Like if you get tired at 9 p.m. at night, you're probably not going to want to schedule exercise for 9 p.m. at night. So yeah, Simon, I want to know when you're going to do your exercise. I want to support you in helping you be accountable. But I know for me, it's definitely in the mornings. But yeah, so if you want, the thing is, like in the new year, we all have good intentions, right? We all have good intentions. We want to get more exercise. We want to spend more quality time with our family. We want to do these things, and then we get busy, right? Can you relate to that? And so I am launching a program in February, and it's called the Survive to Thrive program, and it's going to be a group coaching. And it's going to be a team of people who are working together, who are getting our schedules to work, who are getting self-care to work, who are getting our finances to work. Like, can you imagine if you felt like your schedule was working for you? If you felt like you had a budget that was working for you? If you felt like you had an exercise routine that was working for you? And that your health was working for you, what could you do with that? And ultimately, like, that's my goal, guys. My goal is not just for you to have a schedule and have a budget. Like, those are things that you need to get in place, the foundation you need to get in place, so you can do what you really want in this world. And I think true thriving, guys, is when we're dreaming again. It makes me really sad. Like, I've started to ask people, like the other day I was rock climbing at the gym, and I was talking to the guy at the desk, and I just asked him, what's your dream? And if you want to throw someone off, ask them what their dream is. Because he was just like my dream for my life? And I was like, yeah, what is your dream for your life? And he paused for a second, he was just like, I can't believe we're having this conversation. And so it was really amazing because he started to share about his passion for rock climbing and how he wants to see the sport expand. He wants to give more people the opportunity to rock climb. And so anyways, really, I want people to get in a position where they're not talking about their finances and not having enough money and not having enough time, so that you guys can do what you're really dreaming of doing. So if you have questions and want to be part of this group, I'm going to put the link to the page, and I would love to have you be a part of it. Okay, thanks everybody, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Can't wait. Bye.